So to me, I saw a lot of my peers, a lot of my colleagues get a certain top. And I just wondered if you didn't get my address or was that the issue? Yeah.
Yeah, they said, well, you're between places right now, right? There's sort of like a crisis or something.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
In case you were wondering.
Hello?
Hey, it's Marty Mauser. I'm in the Royal Suite. I saw you in the lobby yesterday.
Okay.
Well, I never talked to an actual movie star. You know, I'm something of a performer too.
Are you?
Yeah, you don't believe me?
I want to talk to you about the energy required for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the phrase locked in has never been better used than for Marty. Like, he is on it, right? Would you put this in your top 3, top 5 most exhausting films you've ever done?
Good question. Yeah, certainly it depends on the nature of exhausting. If you're talking about like in the straight shoot of a movie between A to B, definitely this is probably number one. If you look at something more exhausting from a marathon point of view, I would say the longer projects I've done, to answer the question, I'm very face value, are more challenging mentally in a way. But this was definitely, it was also a chaotic shoot. It's long days, and the character and the tone of the film is at such a 13 out of 10 that definitely it was high wire.
I know it's hard to believe, but I'm telling you, this game, it fills stadiums overseas. And it's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
And you've got the contacts on -6, -4, and the glasses.
Yeah, it was -6.5 contacts and then corrective +6.5 lenses.
And you just go, Josh, I trust you.
Yeah, fully.
And you did 6 years of ping pong practice. Could you tell me, because I'm fascinated by this idea, where was the most surreal place you found yourself practicing table tennis?
Well, this is gonna sound very bougie, but it was it was at the Cannes Film Festival for the French Dispatch. This is like kind of in the midst of COVID, and I had an Airbnb on a cliffside. I have a video of this. I'll put it out eventually. But it's like such a cliched actor getting ready for a movie, like in a gorgeous setting.
I like the idea of you in your Little Women outfit playing table tennis.
It wasn't that early, but I do have, like I did on Dune, I have stuff with the guitar, I have stuff in Dune outfits playing. But the studio films are so long that the schedules are elongated by nature, so it's almost a responsibility on those projects to have something to check out of. I feel like that's crucial to my artistic process, at least. Some people are 2 feet in, 200%, and I actually, I worked with a great playwright when I was young named John Patrick Shanley, and we would finish rehearsals at 5, literally it would be 5 p.m. and he'd be out the door. And he would literally get up, he'd be in the middle of a line rehearsing a scene, and his whole thing was, he needed the remove as much as he needed the presence of mind.
Oh, that's healthy.
Yeah.
You speak of lines, there are a few in here that are just delicious in this movie. Do you have any particular favorites? Mine that jump out, you want to get physical? Like an ape?
Yeah, I do like that.
Hey, I'll rip that unibrow right off his forehead! You want to get physical? Like an ape?
Oh, it's a treat. And these are just in the trailer, so it's not spoiling for anybody. Everything in my life is falling apart, but I'm going to figure it out.
Everything in my life's falling apart, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Do you need any help? I could help you.
That's Marty.
Yes.
There's a lot to admire in him.
Yeah.
And a lot to go, dude.
Right.
Where do you land on that line? And what are your favorite lines and where do you land
on them?
Well,
the film is about being an idiot in your early 20s in a lot of ways. I've heard that said affectionately, and I agree.
Every man for himself where I come from. That's just how I grew up. Hey, what are you doing?
It's sort of about like being a bowling ball when being young is tough enough, in your early 20s is tough enough. And if you make yourself vulnerable to a degree by being open about a dream, then you risk not only being dumb, but foolish in the eyes of others.
How do you live?
Well, I live with the confidence if I believe in myself, the money will follow.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
Maybe it should.
Favorite line-wise, I don't know. I relished all this dialogue. That was probably one of the challenges on the film was there's such a tone of realism, and there's a lot that is improvisational, I can probably say, but Josh and Ronnie's words were so delightful, and they were not precious, but they wanted their words said the way they wrote them. So a lot of it was just making sure, not the night, not the night before or even 2 nights before, like a week before, making sure that stuff was getting locked in my body, because also there's script changes at the last second, what have you. I love that line, the ape thing. That was one that Josh really had a very specific like vision on.
Come on, keep going.
Because that scene is so confrontational. A lot of the movie's so confrontational. Sometimes I'd have an instinct to go, not big, but go high wire on things. And weirdly, it's like Josh knows the tone of his kind of movie so well that those are the best moments to duck in some ways. And some of the things I would think are more conventional behaviorally, he would actually want sort of an elevated performance.
His confidence is addictive.
And it's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
There are moments in this film where I absolutely want to be him.
You think it's that simple? Yeah, I do.
And there are moments in this film I would do anything to not be this man. Did you ever have that sort of heart beating out your chest moment where you went, I need to take a break today? Like, I am just so wired from trying to defend this character, this person, from the confrontations that he keeps hitting himself against all the time.
Yeah, I guess if I really gave an honest answer, yeah, there were definitely, yeah, to answer that at face value, you know, over the weekday shoot, yeah, there are times coming on weeks, but I feel like in my artistic practice now, no matter how pretentious that sounds, the weekends and stuff, I really detached. This was also in New York, and I was staying in a great place, and I felt I was relishing the experience. And the weekends I would really unplug, but I relished it. You know, it's like Safdie's like a Scorsese in some way, as far as like he's like a street poet.
Hose. Yeah. Hose.
And I got to be a cog in that wheel, so I really relished this. I don't know how else to put it. It never felt like, what have I signed up for? It felt like finally.
Yes.
You know, yeah. Yeah, and also because at this pace, Josh is making a movie every 6 years, because Uncut Gems came out in 2019.
Don't say that.
Oh, are you serious? Like that? There it is.
Yeah, I know. So the fact that we were rolling, also all the elements were so prestigious. That is to say, Jack Fisk was a production designer, Darius Kanji was a cinematographer.
Gwyneth came out of retirement for this movie.
Yeah, and, you know, exactly. So it felt like, I felt like this when I was shooting Interstellar too, like where you had an IMAX camera that's rolling and the film costs so much money. It's like, it's the opposite of the digital age in some way, you know? And there's a glorious thing to like the ephemeral nature of an iPhone video now, or streaming. It's like kind of like the times we're in, but to have a production schedule, even like the union protections and all, like I'm just saying like all the things that run up costs on things, it makes between A and B like a glorious moment.
I think this is A24's biggest film.
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
There are some things in your job you just have to not think about.
Yeah, exactly. That's like one of those things you don't think about. Yeah. But point being, this really is the sweet spot as an actor. I want to work on things that are not threadbare budget-wise, that don't have such an enormous budget that it's impossible to make sense from a business point of view, to be fair to my corporate partners. But also, all the people, like look at the Denzel movies or the Leo movies, that all struck that, just budget-wise. Now we're in a budget conversation, but
well, look, we can move to the side here because you're a film star.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say that out loud because it's a cool thing to say, and I hope a cool thing to hear. What is it about the medium that you know I love, that you love? Because there's something about the feature-length film, ideally in a cinema, that just is magic.
Mm-hmm.
What is it to you that makes this so special?
It's the feeling it gives people. It's the idea that the avatars to me that were inspiring on screen, like Heath Ledger or Joaquin or Leo, or everyone I've talked about before.
You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
Crazy? This is obscene.
I love the idea that I get to be in the tradition of these great artists. Now, that's the very film-centric answer to say, hey, I'm working in a medium that Orson Welles popularized.
I made no campaign promises because until a few weeks ago, I had no hope of being elected.
Under the same studio names or sometimes the same studio lots that these guys worked on. What a tremendous thing to be in the lineage of these artists. Equally, in 2025, 2026, what excites me most is pushing the boundaries, testing the boundaries of everything conventional that's associated with filmmaking, from a pre-production process, through a production process, and through a post-production process, and promo. And it's exciting to me because it's a moment where the film industry, like DVD sales, don't sustain the industry the way they used to, if we want to get on a very technical conversation. And also the movie business started contracting in the 1980s. I just learned this, with the popularization of TV and stuff. So I feel a license, not as me, but as anyone putting out a movie now, to push boundaries. And even in artistic practice through a movie now, like I feel like I have a practice, and I love bringing that to each project. And it's new to each project. I was thinking about this the other day. There's no technique handbook, It's like everything demands a new approach. I'm giving you a long-winded answer.
I love it.
Yeah.
I would also say that it screams off the screen that you love what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are moments in this movie where I look back on it and went, what an absolute thrill.
Great. Maybe
Maybe in the 20 round takes of the shot of the, I was about to say ping pong battle in Japan, where you're like, there must have been moments, but I can tell you love what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, I thrive off that. I think we all do. I think I use that word a lot, but magic, it is magic.
I agree. And I don't know sometimes if it's like the work ethic programming of my Puritan ancestors or whatever, the Puritan cultural codes of Northeast America, that I'm like a workhorse, but I do. I love, I think I would get restless. I did get really, even during the actor's strike, got restless. So
You were really into ping pong then.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. On the side, because you weren't supposed to be practicing for anything.
Can we talk about Josh's directing technique?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are memorable director's note you got from him? Have you got an example?
I loved it. It was like the first shot we did in the whole movie. It's sort of brief in the movie. It takes place in the middle. I'm walking on a side street in Paris, and I'm just walking, and he just came over to me and said, more audacious, more swag, more audacious. And I was like, great. It's like, you never get that. Like more audacious, more swag. All right. Okay.
Didn't you once say be more 13-year-old?
No, we didn't say it like that. I think the metaphor was, I think we both come from New York, and when you grow up in New York, you grow up boxed in, like you wear your personality as your armor, as your sleeve, and it makes you quite audacious. It's like I was like a maniac on the subway growing up. I was like fully, singing the French national anthem on the subway to try to impress the girls in my middle school, it's like
We've all been there.
Yeah, any artist amongst athletes, whether it's in middle school or high school, can relate to doing audacious, obscure shit to try to pull attention. I went to a basketball camp, and I was like definitely not one of the best players, but there was a swimming thing at the end of the day, and I was the belly flop kid. I was like, I'm gonna get on the tallest thing, and I'm gonna belly flop, and to make my to endear myself to the athletic lords of the group. And so as it relates to the movie, Josh wanted me to tap into, he was always talking about like I modded controllers on YouTube growing up.
What's good, YouTube? This is Modded Controller 360 with the Controller of the Week. Here's Red Tiger.
And he's like that part of you. He's like the hustler part of you, the swaggerful part of you.
It's so funny you say hustler.
Yeah.
This reminds me so much of the movie The Hustler.
It's one of the best indoor sports, feeling sorry for yourself. Sport enjoyed by all, especially the born losers.
Thanks for the drink.
Wait a minute, maybe I can help you.
Yeah, that was, I've resisted talking about the movie references, but The Hustler was a big reference.
Shut. Wait a minute.
And it was one of the ones Josh told me to...
Let's give this boy his money.
Not only The Hustler, but The Color of Money.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, one more game here. I'm bust. So let's just play. What? Just play for play, man, no money. Play? Show me what you got here.
I would have called this The Grifter if I was being like cute, but...
Well said. I agree.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
You want to go hustling again?
Put your money where your mouth is.
I'm aware I don't have all the time in the world, and as you may have worked out, this movie is exceptional, and so are you.
I appreciate it.
Me giving you your flowers.
Ali, thank you, man.
Sincerely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Silly question just to wrap things up.
Yep.
We've talked about this many times before, but it's been a while since we've chatted. What is your best, most recent, most memorable fan interaction you've had?
I was just in Brazil 5 days ago at CCXP's, the movie festival down there, movie expo. And I'm just always like deeply touched. I get these like really these works of art that I got a ping pong paddle with a beautiful Marty painting on one side of like a drawing of Marty on the phone. On the other side it said "Dream Big" with 3 stars on the paddle. I resist using the word fans or my fans sometimes because I feel like it sounds narcissistic or something. But I really have like some of the people that follow me have the most artistic spirit, and I love it. Like some of my favorite musicians, even Dylan, you can find like the production tools now are so good online. You can find people add layers to old Dylan songs or other artists that I love. And it's almost like the fan community, but in a good way. And the fan community is adding artistic. I feel like that sometimes with people that follow my career or fans, you know. So they like the artistic contribution is, I feel, just as inspiring as anything I've worked on.
Here's to you guys. All right.
Nice.
Here's to you. Loving your work. And yours, sir.
Thank you, Ali. What a great interview, man. Thank you.
Too kind. Until next time.
Until next time. Hopefully next year.
And I'll be wearing that, right?
Exactly. Well, they said that you're between 3 homes. It sounded really dramatic. It sounded like you'll tell me about it over some drinks.
Just look, 1 mansion, 2 mansion, 3 mansions.
Yeah, exactly. So they send it to.
He's currently practicing ping pong on a Cannes cliff, so send it there.
Exactly.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to keep up to date. And you can find these interviews in full on BBC iPlayer by searching Movies with Ali Plumb.